Hello, dear conference participants. It is great pleasure for me to present this curious topic. And basically, we are researching our researchers team. Something happens with my clicker that cannot move my slides anymore. Most probably I need some, now it's been working. We are working in one of research projects where I actually got those research results, which I will gonna present. We are combining issues of partnership or cooperation, circular business models and circular businesses, and what is the role of design thinking within that. But today I will talk a bit more specifically on the issues about the circular economy. And basically, if I should introduce this topic first, I should say that circular economy promotes certain changes in the thinking, in doing otherwise business, when we actually start thinking not just about the profit making and not just about economic value, but thinking about sustainable value and how we create this shared value. And what does it mean, actually, shared value or sustainable value? That, besides economic value, we integrate in the business model the way how we can contribute as well positively to environment. This is main focus for the circular economy, but research concludes already that besides those considerations about the environmental value, actually there is indirect effects, positive effects as well on the creation of social value. That's why we can say that circular economy as well contributes to sustainable value. When we talk about circular economy, we can talk about several levels. We can consider macro level when we talk about different issues on national or international or global level, environmental concerns and climate change issues. We can talk as well about meso level, more specifically within one particular industry or particular region, and all the issues or problems, environmental issues in those particular sectors. But today I will pay attention more to the micro level, and it's not a discussion about micro or small businesses, but more discussion about what's happening in the companies, when companies receive the message. So you should deal with environmental issues and somehow reduce actually quantity or volume of produced products. Of course, this is certain fear for business. What shall we do? But actually, circular economy is not somehow against making economic value and profiting, but trying to find out new solutions, how within the business model we can combine both. Actually increase revenues and increase profit also by considering positive contributions to the environmental regeneration. This topic has been quite actual actually in last, let's say, 10 years, but more active, we can say, last 5 years. Why? Especially European Commission and European countries has considered new Green Deal and this transition and willingness to become as the greenest continent in next years. So, and this is like a way pushing society, pushing as well entrepreneurs to reconsider the way how they are doing. But also what we can see besides those some kind of tensions, and I cannot say that this is some kind of new religion. This is certain tension or indication as well from the market. What's happening among customers? Their values and certain behavior as well is changing, and customers more and more pay attention to those green and environmentally friendly values. And most probably those entrepreneurs that not yet paying attention to these issues, they will, as customers will require certain values within their offer. Also, we can see that also from the COVID situation that new risks appear, And climate change, environmental issues as well create certain new risks, which will force companies to change their attitude as well to the environment. And also new technologies bring us new opportunities to, for instance, virtualize products instead of producing physical products, and that helps us to reduce some waste. Yeah. How it is happening in the business, actually? Do we talk about certain strategies or some kind of new business models? We talk about all, but I would propose to consider those circular business principles like a guiding route or some kind of guiding points what companies can start with, especially currently when commission forces new taxonomy, when large companies will be obliged to report on some environmental performance. So more and more companies are questioning what should we do and how we can measure it and what we should report. One what can be considered, of course, is reduction of waste or some kind of emissions, but there are a lot more principles what companies can start with, even not investing huge investments. Just reconsidering the value proposition and reconsidering their ordinary business activities and processes, how they work, to save some costs and resources as well. Yeah, and then the next steps can follow with all those reverse logistics when you start considering how to get back used products and to use them once again, either in remanufacturing or in other way, providing some new possibilities to customers. Yeah, but the question from the companies and from the business is what are the benefits for the business to consider these issues? We have done as we have done before, using linear economy approach. We just produce and sell. No, this is changing, and still we can find out in the research some benefits. What additionally to those environmental values actually companies can have from the economic and business perspective. All in all, I can say this helps to increase competitiveness, and I will going to show you as well one slide with some financial charts. But if I would summarize those main benefits, we can say that when we adopt those circular economy principles, we can use the possibility of saving some resources. And that means cost savings and possible increase in profits, yeah, and increase in profitability. Also, some non-financial benefits like increase of the reputation, especially this green reputation from those new customers requiring those green values. But also, it gives a possibility to find out new product possibilities, innovations in products. And what's more important, innovations in business model, allowing to find out new revenue streams. This is one example from the company located in Latvia, a milk processing company, and they have considered how to use leftover from the cheese production. This is whey, which is not so good wastewater, and they started to recycle and produce new milk product. And you can see how this have increased their actually return on assets. Yeah, of course, we cannot say that all those investments and all these activities are fast profiting. It requires some time when you create a product, when you access the market, when customers approves your product, but actually when it's gone in the market, so and customers have considered it as a valuable, so it may give you quite significant increases in as well profitability. But to conclude my presentation, I shall say that answering the question whether it is a new religion to become as environmental promoters, no. For business, usually we will consider three aspects. It should be technically feasible to adopt those circular economy principles. From all sides, we will consider if it is technically possible. The second question, if all stakeholders desire those changes. Stakeholders, not just shareholders or owners of the company, but we talk about employees, customers, and other stakeholders. And the last thing, it's financial viability. If these are balanced issues, so then it means we can adopt circular business and increase this competitiveness and profitability. It seems that my time has gone. I have some conclusions, but I most probably will skip them. And these are the issues I hope you will remember. And good luck with those environmental concerns, and hope they will lead you to new innovations.
Thank you very much, Inga. We still have a few minutes for some questions. If the audience has any, please raise your hand. If not, I will ask a question myself. Inga, you say that entrepreneurs lack knowledge and practice for a circular economy model now. What are the ways you see to fulfill this information gap and build up good practices?
Yeah, what is interesting that most of research is from researchers and international organizations conclude that currently this circular economy and entrepreneurs belonging to that part is not huge critical mass. We still talk about certain niche or small share. But I believe that as well, when I meet entrepreneurs, when I discuss with them, they just don't have enough knowledge to understand that they are better than they believe in that. Because sometimes they really focus just on packaging or on waste. But when we start actually somehow discuss about those principles, what they can do, they are better than they are. What's good currently that the European Commission actually has raised this way of promoting circular economy and green transition. And I believe that as well circulates certain information wider and wider. But this is really important to communicate, to clarify those steps and to develop certain tools. What else I can see actually when the Commission promoted this taxonomy, when companies will be obliged to report on those environmental performance indicators, banks, investors, and financial sector becomes really, really active. And when they put their power, actually, they are educating entrepreneurs. And if entrepreneurs will know that certain criteria for the loan or investment will depend on their environmental performance, so it is as well raising certain knowledge. And I believe that collaboration between different sectors that have collected actually this experience already through cases, best cases, if they will be promoted, so all together we can somehow increase this knowledge through practice.
Well, financial institutions certainly have a role in this, but what kind of a role do you see with the educational institutions, universities, higher education institutions? Do you see a way to perhaps increase cooperation and bring that knowledge from the universities to the companies who are perhaps used to dealing with business processes in an old school way?
This is quite important, actually, role for the education institutions. Recently, we made as well one research on the green mindset, how to develop this green entrepreneurial mindset. And we have surveyed as well different academic staff. And what we realized that actually academic staff as well, in general, is not having deep knowledge in that sector, and they need some additional expertise and training as well for the teachers and academics. But what was important conclusion that basically there are two issues. One is knowledge and practice and skills, what education institutions can deliver to entrepreneurs and managers and actually to the society. But the other thing is this mindset, values, and behavior, which actually starts from, we can say, from our family, from the primary school, secondary school. And this is sort of actually all the education institutions, not just higher education institutions, but all of them should somehow participate in this common knowledge building for all of us. And this is quite important, yeah.
Thank you very much, Inga. I'm afraid that's all the time we have for your presentation, because we have a tight schedule to listen to all very interesting and important research documents. So, ladies and gentlemen, an applause to Inga.
Thank you.